Hello guys. So in this session we are going to learn how to instrumenting Java application using OpenTelemetry, Prometheus and Grafana. Okay. So let's start. So first of all, let's check the prerequisite. Before we start, we need to ensure the following prerequisite in install on your system. So first of all, we need AWS account with Ubuntu. So as you can see here, I have successfully launched my Ubuntu instance and I have successfully connected to my terminal Ubuntu 24.04 EC2 instance. Then we need to install Java, JDK, Maven, Docker, Prometheus, and Grafana. So if you don't have these installations, then don't worry. Now in this session, we are going to install first, and then we need to start instrumenting Java application using OpenTelemetry, Prometheus, and Grafana. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, as you can see, I have successfully launched my EC2 instance. So as you know, first of all, we need to update our system. So the command is sudo apt update to update our system packages. So as you can see, it's updating our system package. Okay, so let me clear screen first. Then after that, let's install the default JDK. So to instrumenting Java application using OpenTelemetry, Prometheus, and Grafana, we need Java. So that's why here we need to install OpenJDK. So let's install default OpenJDK. So as you can see, it's installing OpenJDK. And it's default version, right? So after that, after installation complete, we are going to check our version of OpenJDK. Okay, so let's check the version, Java-version. So as you can see, the version is 21.0.8. Okay, that's the default version. Okay, so the next prerequisite is we need to install Maven. So the command is sudo apt install -y Maven to install Maven. And after installing Maven, if you want to check the details of Maven, so enter the command sorry, mnv, mvn version. mvn version. So as you can see the details about Apache Maven 3.8.7, the location, the Java version, that OpenJDK. Maven also need JDK, right? So that's why the JDK version and runtime and so on the details of Maven. And operating system is Linux. Okay. Okay. So it's done. Then the next prerequisite is Docker. So here we also need Docker, right? So let's install the Docker using the command sudo apt install -y docker io. Okay. After that, let's start our Docker first. Then let's enable the Docker. Okay, it's done. Okay. Okay. It's done. So we have successfully installed OpenJDK Maven Docker. Okay. Now it's time to pull the latest Prometheus Docker image. So let's pull this image, Prometheus image. Using the default tag is latest. Okay, it's done. Then The Docker image is Prometheus colon latest. Okay. Then Grafana image also. Okay, it's done. Okay. Okay. So we have successfully installed the prerequisites. Now let's move to the next step. Now the next step is let's create a Maven role dice application. So let's run the following command to create a new Maven project. So our project name is, as you can see here, the artifact ID, that means name is roll dice. Roll dice, right? So let's create. As you can see, it's done. Build succeed, total time, finish, and so on. Details. Now, if I run the ls command, as you can see the folder roll dice. So let's navigate to roll dice. And after that, here, if I run the ls command, there is a two files only, pom.xml file and the src folder. Okay. Now let's edit the pom.xml using nano editor. And here I'm going to replace this code with my code. First of all, I'm going to remove this code. Let's enter my code, pom.xml. Okay, so let's save the file and exit. Okay, after that, the next is the next step is let's add OpenTelemetry instrumentation to the Java application. So first of all, we need to inside the src folder. In this folder, main folder, Java, com, and example. So let's inside this. And here, if I run the ls command, there is a one file with the name app.java. So we need to open this app.java file and we need to replace this code. Okay, it's done. We have successfully changes two files. Now let's navigate back to the root directory. Our root directory is roll dice, right? Now we are in roll dice. If I run the ls command, there is, you can see, okay. Okay, now let's create Prometheus configuration file. So let's create using nano editor. And here I'm going to add this data. And here the role job name is roll dice and the port number is 8080. And here we need to enter our instance ID for roll dice. And let's save the file. Okay. After that, the next step is let's build and run the Java application. So let's build the application using the following command. So the command is nvn clean install. First of all, let's clear the screen. And now if I run the ls command, there is two files and one folder, right? So let's run this command. Yeah, build succeed. It's done. 10 seconds. Okay. Now if I run the ls command, as you can see, there is a one more folder with the name target, right? Okay. Now let's run the application using the following command. As you can see, it's running. So let's server running at this. So let's check. So let's copy our instance IP. hit on browser, and the port number is 8080, and endpoint not found, because after that, after 8080, we need to enter slash roll dice to roll the dice and get the result. As you can see, the roll dice by 2 and so on the details, right? And after that, if you want to check the metrics, then you can search also metrics. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake. METRICS, right? As you can see, the metrics of roll dice. Okay. Okay. Now let's open the duplicate tab for this because that's need to running. And let's navigate to this roll dice. And after that, let's run the Prometheus container using following command. Okay, it's running. Now let's copy your instance IP, hit on browser, and let's access the Prometheus dashboard, and Prometheus port number is 9090. As you can see the Prometheus dashboard, if I go to the status, go to the target health, as you can see the metrics of job role dice and so on, the state is up. If you want to go to the metrics, then you can see also the metrics from here, right? Okay, that's the Prometheus. Now you can see to check the Prometheus is currently snapping the metrics from the Java application, right? And if you go to the navigate target page on Prometheus UI, so if you click on the status bar targets, so we need to ensure that the job role dice is listed marked as up. You can see here, right? Okay. Then now the next is let's set up the Grafana visualization, right? So let's start the Grafana container. So let's start. So I'm going to open one more duplicate tab here. And let's inside the roll dice and let's start the Grafana. So let's access the Grafana. So copy your instance IP, hit on browser, and the Grafana default port number is 3000. So as you can see, it's loading. That's the Grafana login dashboard. And as you know, when we first time log into Grafana, the default username and password is admin and password also admin. You can see. After that, you can set the password for security. I'm going to skip this. So as you can see, that's the dashboard of Grafana. Okay. So we are successfully logging, right? After login to Grafana, you will need to add Prometheus as data source. So let's go to the connection and data source. So let's go to the connections and data source. Add data source, Prometheus, and name Prometheus. Here we need to enter the URL of Prometheus. Yeah. Keep as it is. Let's scroll down, click on save and test. Successfully queried the Prometheus API. Now let's click on this plus icon, click on new dashboard, add visualization, default Prometheus. Okay. And here, as you can see here, when we go to the visualization, right? Okay. Then query select. Okay. And the query is data source and query is HTTP request total. And label its endpoint equals to, and and the value is roll dice, right? And select gauge. Click on run query. As you can see, the output is 6. That means you can see here the output is 6. When we run this command, when we run this, when we run this matrix, first of all, we are going to run this matrix, right? And after that, set label filter endpoint, and here we need to enter the equals to, right? And after that, here the value is roll dice. Okay, and after that, when we select this visualization as a gauge, so you can see the count of 6. This matrix, that means there have been a total of 6 HTTP requests made to Java application. Okay, that's the meaning of this. Okay, so that's it. So it's done. So in this session, we have learned how to instrumenting Java application using OpenTelemetry, Prometheus, and Grafana. So thank you for watching, and I hope you understand.